Patriotism is not like, just loving your country. Patriotism is also standing up for your country.
I'm pretty sure that when they do Chandrayaan 5, Zakir will be found on the moon. There also like a full house of comedy he's doing there also.
ऐसे में बड़ा सख्त लौंडा हूँ.
We have a temple in the house.
No onions, no
No
garlic?
onion, no garlic.
Yeah.
Mara bhi cook nahi hai.
Only reason she did this show is because one day she knew she'd be doing this interview and she can reach out to a cook from here. I think financial freedom gives you freedom of choice, time, all of that stuff.
Money doesn't solve all problems, but money solves the money problems.
At least, yeah. And those are the most important.
Which is a lot of problems.
Lot
Yeah.
of problems. If you don't have freedom of mind, which I'm still working towards, I don't think I've come to the point where I think my mind is completely free.
बहुत सारी चीजें जो है नकुल इसमें, फॉर एग्जाम्पल सक्सेस के बारे में बताती है चंद्रयान 3 की, बट व्हाट डिड चंद्रयान 2 गेट राइट? people haven't spoken much about that in reality.
So it's a very important show. I can also sort of educate and sensitize people towards our real heroes who are the scientists.
What is failure, or rather our disappointment taught you? Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining me on Just to Film Me. My name is Glenn. I host a radio show and a podcaster. Danish, welcome. Old brothers.
What's up, bro?
What's up? Nakuul, thank you so much for joining me. Again, old tie-ups.
Yeah.
Shriya, thank you so much for joining me on the chat. It is amazing. मैंने ट्रेलर देख लिया. सबसे पहली बात जब मैंने ट्रेलर देखी ना, मुझे एक certain sense of patriotism महसूस हुई. And it is a very strong sense of belonging. You feel pride. The show trailer itself for me spoke about the ebb and flow of life. Kabhi haar, kabhi jeet. This is what life is. Failure, redemption, how you get back, setback. Amazing. आप एक पेट्रियोटिक फैमिली से आते हैं. आपके वालिद साहब, उनके वालिद साहब रह चुके हैं, with the forces. What is patriotism for you?
I think patriotism for me today is to be a conscientious citizen of this country. And what I do, of course, for work is one part of it, and you contribute in some way, but I think to be able to use my voice, also my artistic voice, to be able to share opinions or peacefully dissent or encourage, I think that for me is patriotism. Patriotism is not like, just loving your country. Patriotism is also standing up for your country. I think this point of my life, that is patriotism.
It's beautifully put, actually. Doing the right thing. Shreya, for you, what is freedom, if I may ask? Maybe
Freedom
as an artist.
of mind. I think that real freedom is when you're free, when you can think. I think that's the best, the most beautiful way of freedom. Because I think we put so many chains to our own thoughts, and like how you beautifully explained 5 minutes before that but you don't let your mind think free.
Basically, skill set versus mindset. You're not allowing the skill set to help the mindset.
Yeah.
There's one man that I love, and I'm so glad and I'm so proud of you, Danish, because watching you win is a victory for me, because we started off working in radio together.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so
And-
beautiful.
It's the most beautiful
And
thing
bro,
ever.
imagine both of us when we see Zakir winning, we're like, whoa!
Whoa!
So we used to do these.
Zakir,
we
he
used
and
to work
I.
at Fever.
Yeah.
So we would do the
Zakir,
English.
yeah.
Zakir Khan would do the Hindi bits.
Yeah.
And dude, from where to where, and both of us are just talking, saying, dude, like.
He's catapulted to a different universe.
Yeah, like it's insane. It's insane. I'm pretty sure that when they do Chandrayaan 5, Zakir will be found on the moon.
वो शिखर पर
There
बैठे
also like a full house of comedy he's doing there also. Yeah.
and he's
And
doing
some
it in Hindi.
two aliens are sitting
And
on
he's
the
doing
Yeah.
it in Hindi. And he's doing it in Hindi, and
I
all the
love it.
aliens know Hindi.
Yeah.
Because that's how well versed he is with the language, and he's a brilliant artist. But बात आपकी करते हैं यार अभी. So we were talking about freedom, we were talking about patriotism. Danish, for you specifically, freedom क्या है?
Money.
I agree.
I think financial freedom gives you freedom of choice, time, all of that stuff. And I feel like, I don't know, for me, money kind of bailed me out of a lot of situations.
Sure.
I feel like that's given me the ability to say no or yes to certain kind of work, certain kind of conversations, certain kind of places that I want to go to or not go to. I think that has been, I think, money is a big factor.
I have this great line that money doesn't solve all problems, but money solves the money problems.
At least, yeah. And those are the most important.
Which is a lot of problems.
Lot of
Yeah.
problem. But see, for me, like I'm saying, there comes a time when you know that you have worked really hard,
Yeah.
and let's say if you don't have freedom of mind, which I'm still working towards. I don't think I've come to the point where I think my mind is completely free.
I don't.
But I'm like, for instance, you have all the money, but if your mind is not free, then you want to know what to do with your time in terms of how you can use that money to the best way.
Fair.
I'm not talking about investment. I'm talking about what can you do with the time, your money,
Yeah.
and how can you spend it with your wife? How can you do with your children? What do you do with your child? But if it's not free here,
Yeah.
you wouldn't know.
So that's what my take on it is. Once you have money, then you're just free. Then you have time,
I
right?
think money is
but
not
then-
everything, but it's at least a lot of things.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's why I said my answer might be a little. I don't know. My answer could
my
have like
point
a
is that
split room,
money-
but I think
yeah.
money, financial freedom for me is freedom from a lot of things.
I agree. Yeah, that's also very true, though.
And it's also very subjective, right? हर एक
Yeah.
इंसान की जो need और requirement होती है वो अलग-अलग होती
Yeah.
है.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was watching a few episodes and that have been dropped, and I have what I understand. I want people to actually watch the episodes. I'm not going to reveal much on this.
You have seen.
Yes,
How
I have to screen
amazing.
it. So my question to you guys is, like I said, शुरुआत में it teaches you the ebb and flow of life.
Yeah.
There's always victory. There's failure. There's redemption. I like the word redemption. I don't like.
I love the word redemption.
It just gives you hope. And as
Yeah.
artists also, we've all faced this. We've seen the worst and we've risen, and it's constantly up and down. Danish, for you also, as a comedian, as an actor, as an improv artist, I saw you for the first time
Yeah.
on stage. You've been the funny guy to come and do a serious role right now. It's such a paradigm shift for you.
Yeah, it
also.
is, man. It is. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
How has what has failure, or rather our disappointment, taught you?
Honestly telling you earlier, I think when you're younger, you feel very angry when people don't accept you for what you do. But I feel like over a period of time, you realize that there's enough to go around and everybody has their own audience and their own places to go perform and be.
Yeah.
So I think I got lucky that way, that for all these years, I've done comedy in different forms, be it on radio, be it on the internet, prank calls, Mr. Nags, whatever, right? I've done all of that stuff. And for me, when this came, I know how many auditions I've been rejected for, saying, you can't do drama and this and that. And then when the TV guys called me, bro, thank you so much. Like, really, thank you very much. I want to get out of my house and go do this. And I don't know whether it means after this I'll have like more work or no work. It doesn't matter because I had a ball doing this.
That's amazing. Like in the moment. Nakul, for you also as an artist, so much I have seen in different phases. It's so inspiring to be. First of all, my big ups, because my mom always says, be in the company of people who are real good achievers, high achievers, because somewhere down the line you resonate and you vibrate in that frequency.
Yeah.
I've seen your journey also as an artist. आपका मेरा एक राब्ता है dancing का. I used to be an assistant to the dance teacher who used to coach you.
Yeah.
I was back.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he
Oh, you're a
and Amrita.
terrific dancer. This guy is a terrific dancer.
Glenn is a...
So he and Amrita was also a student over there. And I used to be the salsa teacher over there.
Oh, wow.
And from there to here, what a beautiful journey. And it's never been easy.
Thanks, bro.
It
But
looks
also-
beautiful.
It's also for you, no, bro.
Yeah. But this, we'll talk about me later. This is about you celebrating you guys, man. Tell me, what has the down phase taught you the best?
I never look at like like you said, ebb and flow, right? I don't look at it as down. I look at it as like there are phases. It's cyclical, just like the stock market, because we have Mr. Capitalist with us on the left.
Yeah.
Loves money. So we'll talk about like stock market will go up. It's bear market, bull market eventually, right? But I am the eternal optimist. People will tell you sell, world is going into war. I feel that if you grind long enough and if you spend time honing yourself, you're worldly wise reasonably, you're decent with people, I think you'll find your space. Now that space may not be what you necessarily may want to, but that space will be what you're destined to, right?
Agree.
And it could take time, but that's your journey, and that time is supposed to teach you things.
Sure.
I think what I've learned through like the lower phases is you've got to be patient. You've never got to let cynicism like creep into you, and you've got to surround yourself with people who are there, who are always like wanting to learn, grow, expand, because I really feel you're like a product of people who are around
Interesting.
you, right?
Beautifully put.
Very
Yeah.
Interesting.
beautiful.
Really nice. For you, last year 2025 में जिससे भी बात किया हूँ, उन्होंने कहा कि 2025 ना हमारे चांद और सितारों में ना थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ था. It was an emotionally draining out year for people, and a lot of people said 2025 was a year of like, boss, I'm drained out, I can't handle it any further.
Oh,
बहुत
man.
बार as a कलाकार
I feel
ना,
bad for them.
you have probably thought of some things that you want life to be in a certain way, but it's probably not matched to that level, or it's not gone there. What's your self-talk during that time?
I think success teaches you a lot of things, but mostly it just makes you very overconfident, and at somewhere you also gives you a little bit of ego. But failure, on the other hand, teaches
yours.
you a lot of things about yourself, and also it teaches you about people around you, because the way they react to you when you're failing, when you're nobody, and when suddenly you have no work. A lot of friends, a lot of people disappear. Phone stops ringing. People don't want to work with you that much, and the conversations when you meet them in a party becomes very frivolous. It's also from Bombay has so much traffic to like hi and go away. Yeah. And I've also faced times when people say, "Hey, nice to see you. Call me." And then I mean, I'm like, I know you know that we don't have each other's numbers. So what do you mean by call me? But it's just like you know that what it is meant to be. It's like, get out of here.
I mean, we still don't have a number, but she's never told us call me.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is
true.
that when things are not working and when things are like really low, and I feel you just have to just stay positive. Manifestations have helped me a lot. Read really good books and positive books. Stay in a happy space and try to just meditate as much as you can. And also understand the kind of people who are around you when you're not doing well. Yeah, because those are the people who are your real friends. It's the perfect time to pick friends and understand who are your real friends.
आपके इस मिशन के बारे में जब मैंने कहा किस तरह से मैंने जो पहला पार्ट देखा, मैं इसको हिस्सों में डिवाइड करूंगा. यू स्टिल हैव टू वॉच इट, सो आई एम गोइंग टू गिव यू लाइक अ लिटिल हिंट ओवर हियर. पहला हिस्सा जो मैं समझा, इट इज अबाउट थिंग्स दैट डिडंट वर्क आउट. The next part which I watch is about things that the redemption part of it.
Yeah.
बहुत सारी चीजें जो है नकुल इसमें, फॉर एग्जाम्पल सक्सेस के बारे में बताती है चंद्रयान 3 की, बट व्हाट डिड चंद्रयान 2 गेट राइट? people haven't spoken much about that in reality. So while doing this show, did you guys figure out all those things?
Honestly telling you, they did have, I think they got 95% of it right.
Yeah.
Also,
No?
also
I'm
you're
assuming.
landing
No, you're
on a
right.
very
You're right.
unknown territory,
Territory.
right? So you don't know what it's going to be and what can go right and what can go wrong. It's not like a normal flight taking off and landing. So that's a very, I mean, it's a process where we don't know what went wrong. But I think to show they're trying to say, and they're trying to tell people, is that whether it's Chandrayaan or your life, and things don't go right and they go wrong, it's not really a failure, because the fact that you've tried is a success in itself. The thing is that it's actually a learning process, and you learn. So rather than saying it was a failure, say it was a learning process.
I think most of us are figuring out, like I said, मैंने शुरुआत में कहा था ये ebb and flow of life आपको
Like we were
सिखाती है.
just talking about this right now when you asked. I actually asked Nakuul what was, because while we were shooting, I'll tell you, this show, no, as much as it is going to educate people who are watching, it has also educated us a lot. When we went on to the show, right? See, also none of us are really from this background.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right? These are not conversations we are having.
Yeah.
When was the last time you met a guy and you're like, bro, did you see what's happening with the lander? Like, never, right?
Yeah.
We were all like, bro, did you see Chandrayaan 3, bro? Damn good. That's all the extent of our conversation.
Look at
So
what
we're
we've
here,
done and from where.
I thought we also learnt a lot. Like, we were just, you asked that question, right? Between 2 and 3, what
Yeah,
did they
And we were just
chase?
cross-checking like what could have been the...
Yeah, tell.
So, I mean, he was saying like you increase the diameter of like, you know, where the landing spot could be, and South Pole, no one's ever landed, right?
Correct.
But also, you know, one of the facts we know is, and there's a lot of research which the TVF team put in, was the weight.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a
We were
scene
working
about
on
the
the
weight?
weight.
Did you not have that scene?
Yeah, 3 of us
We
did,
were
right?
talking about the weight. It's about reducing the weight.
Payload
That
was
the whole
reduced
thing.
I remember
And that kind
scene.
of helped with
Yeah.
soft landing as well.
And we reduced the engines, whatever. Like it was,
I mean, these are conversations we wouldn't even have earlier, but I think reading the script and reading all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
research material which came, it wasn't just an acting job. It was also trying to understand, because I think, especially in Shriya and my case, like
Yeah.
our characters had a lot of technical terminologies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So one is you have to make it as natural and as real, but you also have to get the science of it right. It can't sound like it is science. It has to sound like
Organic होना
for
चाहिए
like
वो.
a stockbroker, numbers is this, right? And I think for me that was the hard part, right? I had spent like days and days just like seeing those things, like seeing the numbers like it's coming out of the back of your head, right? And I still don't know if I succeeded or failed, but it was hard for me.
No, you did very good.
Glenn,
think
you've gotta ask this guy about his prep process, because Shriya and I have been like privy to some of it. This dude went
Bro.
deep, man. You've not spoken about this.
Bro, I'm
You've
sure he
you've
knows me
gotta-
for like 12
you've
years. He
gotta-
knows I would have rocked up, I would have
Glenn-
said,
Glenn
hi,
doesn't
good
know
morning,
this.
everyone. Had a cup of coffee.
I
Then I
see.
said,
He
come
started
roll,
prepping
roll,
for
roll.
the shows when he was
Yeah.
5 years old, because his parents knew that this was gonna happen, and the show was
It was
gonna
all
happen.
written in the stars.
Stars.
Yeah, so they
No,
took up
the moon, the
The
moon.
moon,
they
was
took,
it the moon?
they took
Description
a
of the
house
moon.
next to ISRO colony.
Yeah.
So he would cross ISRO.
No, but I also remember speaking
Office.
to his wife, Ann,
Yeah.
and she told me like 10 days before shoot, like he was just behaving out of character, wouldn't speak.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of documentaries, and that is like
Yeah.
you would not believe this stuff.
Anya didn't
When-
know if she's pregnant or he's pregnant with
Yeah,
the idea.
the guy went on a fast.
Anya, yeah.
The guy went on a fast for 10
Dan
days, didn't
was
eat
pregnant
because
with
he
the
wanted to-
idea of being a
wanted to clean his
scientist.
mind up and
He
Bro,
delivered.
Glenn, you know me.
He
You
delivered.
He landed. He arrived.
landed.
He arrived.
I
He
wish I
delivered
had that
the idea and he
dedication.
Bro,
landed.
Dan is a beast, and he doesn't talk about it.
He
and
doesn't tell
yeah.
us.
No,
He
Nakuul, he
said-
arrived. He arrived at the right
No,
time.
see, the thing
I just
is,
wish I had that
every
much- I
time
wish I
he
was this,
changed his
like-
path, like from one radio to this, and he's been successful. So he knows he will be. He doesn't want to share it with us.
And Shreya's worked with the world. Let's be honest. She was impressed with Dan's prep, dude. She was like, dude, who is this guy? And yeah, it's just, well,
दानिश आपका जो वर्चस्व है यहाँ पे बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है मुझे ये सब सुन के आपकी
चश्मा?
तारीफ
I know what
first
that
break
means.
what वर्चस्व is
I don't know, but I guess some description or something.
वर्चस्व मतलब your prowess बाबा
Oh, prowess.
like
Oh,
I'm
prowess.
so
No, these guys are just making stuff up. Glenn, you know me. You really think I'll prep that much or what?
he did. I promise you.
Danish you're that student you
देख
know I
मैं
know
प्रेप करना चाहती थी बहुत सारा
हाँ जी।
आधा प्रेप तो इसलिए होने कि मेरे घर पे कुक नहीं था तब तो कांदा वांदा काटना पड़ता था हमारे घर पे कांदा नहीं बनता बट फिर भी बहुत काम करना
You guys
पड़ता
are
था
Jain.
नो my mom is a Krishna follower
Correct.
तो सारा खाना मंदिर में जाता है so we have a temple in the house
No onions, no
no
garlic.
onion no garlic so
Wow.
yeah हमारा
Yeah.
अभी भी कुक नहीं है कुक नहीं है यार प्रॉब्लम
कुक
है
की प्रॉब्लम है यार कुक अगर आपके यहाँ पे मुंबई में कोई अच्छा कुक है तो जरा प्लीज हमारे कमेंट सेक्शन में आके
मेरे
बताएं
DM डाल दो यार
Or if you are a cook who's watching the show.
yeah if you
हाँ।
want to work without onion garlic
I feel a lot of this audience would be watching, like, would be like chefs and like home bakers and cooks.
yeah
I just want to make a plea that Shreya is a very happy person.
Yeah.
The only time she seems like out of her
Sad.
skin or sad is
if I
when
don't get food on time
doesn't get food, man.
very upset
And I have to
am.
tell you about Shreya's process, right? The little bit I know of,
हाँ.
because she doesn't show her
Food.
process at all.
food
You give her great food. You give her rasam and chawal.
Bas.
That woman will come and do stuff which
No,
I
but
am the
honestly telling you,
happiest.
you talk about stardom, right?
Yeah.
She's 25 years now, man. This is gonna bring it back to a little bit of seriousness, right?
I've been serious.
no
all
but
through,
get
man.
angry or get angry
No, I know. I just need to say this, right? Like for a lot of us, like I'm talking about Nakuul, me,
True.
and other cast members.
True.
For us, it was about doing the show. You know, it's about being a part of a great
Ah.
show, etc. Shriya, I remember the first day we met. I asked her why are you doing the show, and
Yeah.
she said, "Everybody has a reason, and you'll know mine." And I feel
Really?
like the only reason she did this show is because one day she knew she'd be doing this interview, and she can reach out to a cook from here.
Danish it you genius this is the best radio link you've ever done this particular chat with all of them has filled my heart with a lot of joy and I have to tell you this Nakuul you said a very beautiful line you said काम और वजूद को मैं separate रखता हूँ मैं उनको साथ में नहीं मिलाता and that is such a big learning for me I've seen Danish evolve as a person also talking to you there are so many insights you think your idea you know I have to tell you this before I met you on the red carpet about 2 years ago you were the
Right.
you were the only person walking the red carpet who was so poised and goofy at the same time
Yeah, that is-
nobody could handle
sounds
that
like
kind
Shreya.
of
That sounds like
Yeah.
Shreya.
nobody
That
could
sounds like
handle
Shreya.
that kind of energy and that kind of class that you served over there and
Thank
I
you.
said wow dude this
How
is a
sweet,
star
thank
walking
you.
like that but still was so chumma to that
thank you
so
but coming back to you bhai we exchanged pearls of wisdom on voice notes
Yeah.
if you had to say something right here right now हम ये से बंद कर रहे हैं एक हाथ चीज जो अगर आपको बोलनी है for space and just to
मेरे लिए ये शो काफ़ी अहम है आई थिंक क्योंकि नॉट जस्ट
Beautiful.
सेल्फिश रीज़न के लिए क्योंकि हम काम कर रहे हैं और साल में 1 या 2 चीज़ें आपकी आती हैं और आप चाहते हैं कि लोग देखें, बट आई थिंक एक ऐसी कहानी है जो हर बच्चे को पता होनी चाहिए। आई थिंक हर देश में मॉन्यूमेंटल ओकेजन्स होते हैं जिसे उस देश के नागरिक अपना बनाकर प्राइड महसूस करते हैं। ये हमारे लिए वो एक मोमेंट है, जैसे 2011 का वर्ल्ड कप था, जैसे जब
2025 का विमेंस वर्ल्ड कप जो हमने जीता।
एब्सोल्युटली आई थिंक दिस पॉसिबली इज इवन बिगर बिकॉज ये सिर्फ देश की जीत नहीं थी, ये पूरे विश्व की जीत थी। इट वाज ह्यूमैनिटी विनिंग, राइट?
Yeah.
क्योंकि आप स्पेस की एक्सप्लोरेशन में तभी बढ़ पाएंगे जब कोई एक पड़ाव रखेगा, फिर दूसरा रखेगा, and then collectively you sort of grow, right?
Yeah.
So it's a very important show, and I hope it can, like, besides entertaining people, it can also, like, sort of educate and sensitize people towards our real heroes who are the scientists.
Yeah. Beautifully.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
स्टेज पे और रेडियो पे एक मोमेंट होता है कॉल्ड माइक ड्रॉप मोमेंट।
This is it. This is a mic drop. Yeah.
This is it. And
Very beautiful.
Just to fill me, just to fill me.